And welcome back to Ben's Rant Nation. I'm your host, Ben. If you like this video, if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe and even comment below. Now, get into things. If you're a parent and you live in the state of Indiana, and if you've been paying attention to your kids' schools throughout the last 4 or 5 years, you would know they have gone off the rails to the far left of the political ideology. Okay, it took COVID to show us that, but that's just the reality. Okay, if you've been to any of your school board meetings in the last 4 or 5 years, I don't care what school you attend. If you're in a public school, no doubt your school board in the red state of Indiana is being run by over 90% from the far left. This has been going on for decades, actually. We just didn't start realizing it until a few years ago. Anyhow, the Indiana General Assembly finally came through for parents who were concerned about their kids being indoctrinated in K-12 schools. And what happened was this: Senate Bill 287 finally passed the Senate last Thursday. So what that means is if you're a candidate and you want to run for school board and try to push all this radical political ideologies out of the school, out of the curriculum, you can now do so with the political party next to your name on the ballot. It's your choice. In fact, I really like this legislation because it doesn't force you to. If you want to put that you're an independent, if you want to put that you're not affiliated with any political party, you have a right to do that too, as you should. Also, voters should have a right to know the political ideology of who they're voting for. So most likely, if you're in the red state of Indiana, there's no party affiliation next to your name, most likely you come from the left, obviously, because if you're a Republican, candidates are going to want you to know that, because the Republican platform is this. The Republican platform for our K-12 schools is to get back to the basics and get the political crap out of our curriculum and out of our schools. And yes, that includes professional development of teachers, because if you look at any of the speakers that run most of the professional development in this state, most of them are just activists from the far left. That's what it is. But the problem is some of these professional developments are mandatory. So no matter who's on your school board, they have to send them anyways. So this is the kind of stuff that needs to change, and it starts at the school board level. So I'm very proud of the Indiana General Assembly for getting this done. However, there are still people out there that think there isn't any politics injected into school boards. I challenge you, go to a school board meeting and sit down and listen to the stuff they discuss. And I guarantee you, you're going to find a lot of partisan, one-sided politics going on in that school board meeting. However, to the people who think that there are no such partisan politics going on in school board meetings, I invite you to look at Kendallville, Indiana, the East Noble School Corporation.
Teresa Grimaud, as superintendent at North Manchester, allowed a boy to use the girls' restroom without informing parents. Teachers were actually instructed to hide this from parents. In a public meeting, Teresa brought in a Bowen Center representative who claimed that the sex doctors assigned at birth isn't necessarily accurate. An outraged parent led a walkout of 70 others saying, Teresa Grimaud sounds more like a woke left activist than a superintendent. Fast forward to East Noble. When the board was tasked with writing a transgender policy, Teresa's initial explanations were so unclear, it left board members confused. At least 2 of the board members thought the policy was to allow the accused to appeal, not the grievance. While concerned about Teresa's history, we requested to see the policy before the vote. Teresa and the board hid the policy from the public and even refused a FOIA request, telling us the soonest we could see the policy was 24 hours before the vote. I saw the policy for the first time the day of the vote. Because it was so poorly written, 4 of us came in here and pleaded with the board to table the vote until the next meeting. The board immediately voted it in. The policy simply does not protect girls in sports. It actually allows for the possibility of a boy playing in girls' sports his entire 4 years in high school. Nowhere does the policy say that a boy will be removed from a girls' sports. You need to take another look at that policy, you need to fix it, and you need to start protecting girls in sports. Don't wait until the tragedy occurs. Change it now.
Now, those of you not familiar with Kendallville, you can't get elected dog catcher as a Democrat in the city of Kendallville or in Noble County, Indiana. Not happening. This is a deep red area. So why is it that 5 of the 7 school board members from the East Noble School Corporation are chest-thumping, hardcore, blue dog, Kamala Harris supporting Democrats? Does that make sense? Now, this is the type of community that this legislation, Senate Bill 287, is going to help out. Now, let's take a more lighthearted, comical look at the partisanship that goes on at the East Noble School Corporation.
Yeah,
that should.
it would be a few people that would be bringing it to us every single year. For what reason? Just to take up time and energy. So for me, that is why the 5 years.
I mean, that would be because the community wouldn't want it.
It's not the community, it's just a few.
You're very
And it's one board member who lied.
Very
He
wrong.
lied to be
Okay.
clear.
That is not true.
That's
You're
Maybe they were done respectfully.
Hey! Come on!
Jim, audience. Let's. I'll handle this. Yeah. So.
Well, we should all get together and have a conversation.
Mr.
Two
Rice,
way.
Mr. Rice, you're out of order. You're out of order. You had your chance at the beginning. Thank you, sir.
You know, of that theater go, not really so much in the edgy adult themed stuff. And the community, there was a lot of people, not just a few people on Facebook, otherwise it wouldn't blow up, that feel the same way. It's just, it's proof. I'm sitting here. Dave Pine is not. I'm
Stop
sorry.
saying that.
No, it's an easy thing.
I second that.
No, I was respectful and listened to you speak and get to say everything you want to say, so you're going to still be respectful.
You're not gonna talk to me like that.
Wait. Let's get some order here. Flash. The election's over. You guys want to have fun outside of here? That's your.
I'm not the one that keeps bringing that up. I'm just pushing back. I'm pushing back.
You're not going to push back during the board time. It's not on the agenda.
But it's okay for them to scold. It's okay for them to scold the public.
Okay, so you've seen what you need to see. It's basically 5 hardcore Democrats in a deep red area that just gang up and pile on the 2 conservative school board members who are on the board. Now, I guarantee if the voters knew their party affiliation, those other 5 far left extremists would have been fired a long time ago. So if you're a parent and you have kids in a public K-12 school in the state of Indiana, Senate Bill 287 couldn't have come early enough. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, folks.